How much influence do your childhood experiences have on your adult personalities and behavior?
I will say like over 75%. Over 75. A lot of experience we had dictate the trajectory of our life currently. So I will say over 75% because there are things that we do overlook, but they really play a role. Our relationship with money, we do have different relationship with money. There are people who, when we talk about money, it's fear, other it's power, other is immorality, other is success, other is pride, you know. So things like our relationship with money, our attachment styles when it comes to things like romantic relationship, the way we were loved with our parents, our siblings, the relationship our parents had, it kind of reflects how we show up in our relationships, our friendships, our communities, work, our relationship with the rest, you know. I know most of African families, you can't sleep during the day. Are you sleeping? Yeah, you can't sleep until you get enough of your sleep. Maybe you were supposed to be waking up at 6 or, you know, so rest was just considered as a lazy thing, you know. Okay, which is better, to be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond?
I think I prefer to be a small fish in a big pond.
Okay, why?
Because I feel like a big fish in a small pond, you don't have the room to do whatever you want to do. Maybe say on a human level, maybe you are in an environment that you have a lot of maybe ambitions, you have a lot of whatever you might want to do, but you're cornered or in a cocoon that you cannot even spread your wings out there. But even if you're a small person in a very big environment, there's no limit to what you can achieve. If you should go in one direction, going to one direction feels like it wants to go to the other direction. No limits for it.
Yeah, thank you.
So what is the difference between living and existing?
Living and existing. To me, existing is just like autopiloting.
Yeah,
you are just there. You are just experiencing life. You're just there. And then living is being intentional, conscious of the decision you make, things you do, the way you pay attention, the way you be in the present, you know. Yeah, that is what living is to me. Hello, wonderful humans. Welcome to Modern Day Comfort by your host, Martin Sambia, where we advocate for mental health through a powerful lens of visual arts and meaningful conversation. And today we have a very, very magnificent guest with us who goes by the name Michael Masharia.
Yes.
Karibu sana, Michael.
Asante.
Yeah. Before we start, I know you, but I believe my audience don't know who you are. Yeah. So how will you best describe yourself?
So my name is Michael Wangeci, as Martin has said. I'm a financial advisor. I work with Madison Insurance. I also run a blog by the name With Shimami, where we upload, most of it is we upload book reviews or takeaways from the books that I've read personally. I also run bookstore. So basically.
Yeah, thank you. That is quite an introduction. You are also into insurance.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So generally, I think I've always been into finance generally. So and insurance, maybe I'd say why I got into it is it's an opportunity to maybe put the information out there about managing our finances, because I believe insurance is one way of managing our finances, right? And even in the process, you help people maybe to take care of how you can maybe plan for the future. You know, insurance most of the time is you plan for the unseeable.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, for today we have very reflective questions here. So we are going to share our views about the questions, and we believe also you'll be also be reflecting as we will be going through these questions. So I'll start. The first question is it healthy to fear death?
Is it healthy to fear death? I think death is everyone will die one day. So, and it's something I think. Is it healthy? First of all, I'd like to address the fact that uh, most of us fear death. But why do we fear death? In my view, is because it's something that we don't understand. You know, most of when you die, you can't come back and tell us the experience. So it's something that we don't know. And generally, human beings, we fear things that we don't understand, things that we don't know. We tend to fear them, right? So is it healthy to fear death? It comes naturally. So
Yeah.
I don't think we can. There's something we can do about it. I think the fear just comes. So generally, what I'd say is that we shouldn't dwell in it, like put most of our efforts in it, like thinking about it, because it might rid us of what we have in the moment. Yeah. So to answer the question outrightly, it's not healthy to fear death.
It's not healthy to fear death. Me too. I will also say what you've said. I feel like we are just wired to fear death. You know, it's the unknown. It is natural, as you've mentioned. So it's not. It is, yeah. Like, is it healthy? We are just wired to fear it. So it's something beyond our control. But now, venye umesema, dwelling on it now is the mistake. Now that is unhealthy.
Yeah, that's unhealthy.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is my take on that.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, it will be at an hour.
Okay. Our next question is: what is the difference between living and existing?
Living and existing. To me, existing is just like autopiloting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are just there. You are just experiencing life. You are just there. And then living is being intentional, conscious on the decision you make, things you do, the way you pay attention, the way you be in the present, you know. Yeah, that is what living is to me. You?
Yeah. So the difference between living and existing is like one, you're on autopilot, you're just flowing the flow. Yeah, and I think I'd also go with the same view because especially at this age with the social media, scrolling and scrolling all through you're on autopilot. I think that is the main difference between, because living you have to be intentional on whatever you're doing. Maybe it's your career, maybe your job, your work, your businesses. You have to be. I add the word mindful of
Mindful.
You should whatever you're doing, you're very intentional about it. Second, you're very honest.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, which is better? To be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond?
I think I prefer to be a small fish in a big pond.
Okay, why?
Because I feel like a big fish in a small pond, you don't have the room for you don't have the room to do whatever you want to do. Maybe say on a human level, maybe you are in an environment that you have a lot of maybe ambitions, you have a lot of whatever you might want to do, but you you're cornered or in a cocoon that you cannot even spread your wings out there. But even if you're a small person in a very big environment, there's no limit to what you can achieve. The fish will go in one direction. It might go into one direction. It feels like it wants to go to the other direction. No limits for them.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that is a good approach. And also to add on what you've said, I will look at it in terms of exposure also. Yeah, so for that reason I'll prefer being the small fish in a big pond, because in terms of exposure, when you have a bigger room for exposure, I feel like you stand a better chance compared when you're biggest fish with no exposure.
Yeah.
So I feel like this bigger room, it gives you a very, like a good room, like a bigger area for growth.
Yeah, for growth and even experimentation.
And experimentation, yeah. And also in terms of intelligent wise, being like, I'll look at smallest fish in a big pond as the dumbest person in the room, and big fish the intelligent person in the room. So I feel like when you're in, anytime you're the most intelligent person in the room, there is no room for you to get knowledge from other people. But when you are the dumbest in the room, there is a bigger room for you to learn a lot of things from other people. So yeah, that is my take
that is a
also.
very good reference, especially the intelligence of it. Because when you have like the littlest knowledge in the room, you get the opportunity to learn, and there is no limit to what you can learn from everyone else in the room.
Yeah.
I love that. So the next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years from now,
5 years.
a very interesting question.
Yeah, sure.
Where I see myself, I'm looking at the podcast where it is, with consistency, and I keep on doing what I'm doing. In the next 5 years, it will be a global podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing, I'm working on an event program, Modern Day Comfort Tribe. Also,
Yeah.
I'm coming up with a community, and I believe like in the next 5 years from now, we will be able to figure out how each and every community member has a sense of belonging in a way that it benefits all of us. Like the value proposition will be mutual to all of us. Another thing, maybe a family. 5 years from now, I think, yeah.
Yeah, but the family is very important.
Yeah, 5 years from now, I will be bringing up a family. I will be maybe in my home also. Yeah, those are the things that I'm looking forward to. You?
Myself in the next 5 years, most of it is grow my career as a financial advisor. Also, I have the aspiration for the bookstore. I just started some few months ago, so I want to scale it to higher heights. Actually, I have the dream of even having like a library where people can come and read. So that's a long-term aspiration, and also the family thing. Within 5 years,
Yeah.
family is very important. I believe that family is very generally and even personally growth, growing mentally, intellectually.
Yeah, but the fact that I'm working on myself on a daily basis. Yeah, also 5 years from now, I'll be a weapon. Intelligent wise. Yeah. It is my turn.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about your career?
My favorite thing about my career, as I said, I'm a financial advisor. I work with Madison Insurance right now. Most of it is like putting the knowledge out there, especially right now in Kenya. Most of people are just starting to embrace the insurance thing. So putting the information out there, and as we said, we'll be taking care of the unknown. We never know what is going to happen in the next 5 years. You never know what is going to happen in the next. Now, when you have a plan for it, then and when I help people get the plan for it and give them the knowledge, I think that is the most important
in your career. Okay, that is profound.
Yeah, and also, if I may add, about the reading in the next 5 years, maybe 10 years, that's a long-term plan about the library. I might want to set up a library where people can come and read. It's about also giving the knowledge, putting the knowledge out there, because most of the things that we don't know are actually in books.
That's true.
So, and when you put that environment, you put that the facilities that are out there, then the knowledge is unlimited.
That is impressive. For me, my career now is digital creation. Yeah, creating content. So, favorite thing about it, it's something that there is like being paid as your productivity. And when I'm looking at this payment, it is in terms of fulfillment. So I will talk about things like social currency, meeting someone like you. You know,
We have met through this.
We met through this, and yeah, so it is one of the payment that I can't take for granted. And also, I value relationships a lot. I love people, and for that reason, like, I'm getting to connect with people, the community I have. Yesterday we have a conversation on, there is a question I shared. I will also love to hear your perspective on that. The question was, what are you letting go of this weekend? And seeing them sharing it,
You cannot connect with whatever every person
was gone through, and I was seeing myself in everything. Exactly. Everyone was letting go. Yeah. I was also letting go.
Because in our lives, I think at each point you'll have to go through a specific thing, and at another point, another person will go through that specific thing. So at some point, you feel like, I've ever gone through that thing that person is talking about.
Yeah. And before we continue, what are you letting go of? What were you letting go of last weekend?
At this last weekend, I think generally at this point, I'm letting go of procrastination.
Procrastination.
Yeah, like making plans to do something, and then when it comes to execute, you feel like, let me push the date. I can do this some other time. I think at the moment, that's what I want to let go.
To let go. Okay, amazing. Oh, mine was
yes,
please. Being scared of my dreams. Being scared of my dreams. Yeah, like to be honest, I'm really scared of the coming event. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm on the background. I'm doing the best. I'm doing all I can, but I believe in something. When it works out, it's going to be something else. So that is one of the dream that will be a life changing in terms of impact in my life and other people's life. And it is something I'm really scared of. I'm working on that, and I do have other things on paper that I really need to implement, but fear is holding me back. So that is something that I was letting go of the last weekend.
Yeah, and if I may ask, where do you feel like you're scared of your dreams? Like, your mind scared?
They're too big.
They're too big
for me at the moment. Like the things I've been doing have been smaller than that.
Okay.
So for that, it's something that scares me.
Yeah, swimming into deep water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah.
So it's my time, huh? How much influence do your childhood experiences have on your adult personalities and behavior?
I will say like over 75%. Over 75. A lot of experience we had dictate the trajectory of our life currently. So I will say over 75%, because there are things that we do overlook, but they really play a role. Our relationship with money, we do have different relationship with money. There are people who, when we talk about money, it's fear, other it's power, other is immorality, other is success, other is pride, So things like our relationship with money, our attachment styles when it comes to things like romantic relationship, the way we were loved with our parents, our siblings, the relationship our parents had, it kind of reflects how we show up in our relationships, our friendships, our communities, work, our relationship with the rest, I know most of African like families, you can't sleep during the day. Are you sleeping? Yeah, you can't sleep until you get enough of your sleep. Maybe you were supposed to be waking up at 6, or so like rest was just considered as a lazy thing, So, and that is how we show up today. Today we are in denial. There is days that you feel like resting, you can't rest. There are days that the relationship we have with money, not everyone, like kuna the scarcity mindset of it. We can't open opportunities for others. We feel like itaisha, so like it really has a bigger impact in our life. And I was thinking today, like I was asking myself, when does someone knows that they have healed? I think one characteristic of healing is when you are able. I was listening to this song on, like, there was a sentence like going through the night alone or facing the night alone. I feel like when you are able to just be with yourself comfortably, I feel like that is one form of healing. And to be honest, as much as we think that, unapata most of us, we can't be with ourselves. We will sleep, we will listen to music, we will watch movies, we will scroll TikToks, like being with ourselves, or even like reading a book is kind be a distraction. We will be reading books, but just being with yourself, it's something that not everyone is comfortable with. You will feel like you're wasting time. So for that reason, I believe not all of us are willing to stay with yourself for 3 hours a day, just being with yourself. So it shows how still much impact it has on us.
Yeah.
Okay. Your take on it?
Yeah, I'd second you on everything that you've said on it. Because I feel, when we are children, I feel that's where our mind is it's like a child is born with a blank page. And the experiences you're having are the whatever is written on the black page, on the blank page, right? And I think that stays with you for a very long time. As you have said, the relationships, however we see our parents behaving towards us as the children, however we see them behaving towards themselves, I think that sticks. So I feel like it influences our behaviors as adults and as we grow in a very big percentage. I go with you, 75-80% of it is influenced by our childhood. All of our relationships, as you just said, I would second that.
And can we fix it?
Can we fix it? I don't think we can. I don't believe that we can fix it. I believe that there is no fixing, because I think it is already done. Even about our cultures, I don't think we can change.
We can change. Okay, but we can get. I believe we can get better.
Can get better
because like even when I'm looking at to who you are, the things you do on a daily basis, self-development, you working out, you reading books. So it's I would say it's kinda shifting your perspective and you're becoming a better person. So I feel like you are fixing yourself.
I think that's a very that's a very deep discussion where I wouldn't want to paint it as black and white, because I feel like a lot of our decisions and our behaviors are, at one point, they are influenced by our childhoods, our experiences as children. Even if you look at families where there are violence in families, you look back into it, you find at one point in your childhood maybe you experienced it, or you saw it somewhere, and it tends to come out when you're older, when you're in the situation where you saw it happen. It just comes out naturally. So I feel like I wouldn't label it as something that you might grow out of. I don't know. I mean, it's just my opinion. What do you think about that?
I agree with you to some extent, because as there are things that maybe even conflict resolution, sometimes I will work on that. But there are these specific people, when I meet with them, I notice how still childish I am. Like it will just be beyond my control. So for that reason, yeah, you might think you have. And another thing that you've said, which is important, like it is like as much as maybe I'm still choosing this direction, I might think that I'm choosing it because of who I am now. But if you really look at it, it's because of what I experienced.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've interacted with people, but when you have a conversation with them, you end up even agreeing with them that I'm still compensating maybe for something that I experienced maybe when I was a child. So even if it's not 1 + 1 = 2, maybe it's a long equation, and at the end of the day, you come to the conclusion that this is what affects this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn out.
Yeah.
This kind of a philosophical question: is there such a thing as free will, or are our actions determined by the fates or outside forces? Is there a thing as free will, or are our actions determined by fates or outside forces?
Yeah, it just goes back to that conversation we were having. Yeah, we might think our life is not predetermined. Today I agree. I have been in conflict with that, but today I agree. Like, we might think that we have free will, but when you really look down on it, even the decision that we are making today are still influenced by a certain experience we had yesterday or back then.
Yeah.
And or what we've consumed, what we were paying attention at, what we were focusing on, where our energy was, it is influenced by that. So for that reason, this is the whole aspect of the outward forces. Because when we look at things like even religion, uh, religion is, in most cases, is something that we are born into.
Yeah.
And the experience that I'm going to have in life, I might think like I'm gonna decide on some things, but even if I'm going to change that religion, it's because of the outside forces. This could be maybe the school I went to, or the information I was consuming, or the people I was listening to. So let me just give you an example. Maybe you are born as a Catholic, and then you go to school where I was in Kisii High. So it was dominated by SDS. Yeah. And being around that environment, I like the music, the preaching, the way they were walikuwa wanachambua the Bible. I was very fascinated with it. Same if I wasn't to go through that environment, maybe I would be a staunch Catholic. Exactly. But going through that environment, experience I had, so the decision I made, it was fully based on how influenced I was. If I was influenced otherwise, maybe I would have stick to something else. So as much as I feel like the decision making, the free will is the effect, it's not the cause. Yeah. So I feel like the fate is the cause, and then the decision making, the free will now is the effect. So you might think that you have the free will, but it's the outward forces which is influencing you to make that decision, which is the effect. So that is what I will say.
Yeah, and I'd agree with you. I don't think we really have the free will because, as you've said, I feel like I put it in in an analogy like this. That, each decision you make, it will ultimately get you into a certain destiny, if you might call it. So I'd say that as much as we have the infinite decisions, infinite options, we have infinite destinies. Yeah? If I decide to take this road, there is a destined destination that I reach. Maybe a case in point is like if I an example I can give, I can think of maybe if I am a thief, uh, I myself I might decide to take the road for being a thief or not. So if I decide to do this, then there is a predetermined destiny or destination that I reach if I take this route. And if I decide not to, then there is a it's not something that is destiny. I put it as our actions have consequences. So I wouldn't say that we really have the free will because it will come back to the decisions.
Yeah. But if we are putting the consequential aspect, it shows how we are just here. The fact that you might think like, like you might make a decision, and also like the consequences. Most of the cases, it's beyond our control. Because I'd be a good example also. You stealing, the fact that you don't have the decision for the side effect of stealing. Like you can't be caught, you can't be killed, you can't be, or you can't be forgiven even. Like all those are beyond your control. So it shows how you really don't have free will as much as it might be. And the decision you're making also, it's not something that, it's how you are influenced also.
Yeah,
So yeah, then it goes back. So you are just
moral trajectories, decision making.
yeah. And but then for that case, I feel like it makes it so important to now, like, maybe there is a bit, if understanding that we are, what we majorly do is how we were influenced. I feel like now it is our responsibility to look at where now we focus our energy, our time, our attention to, because now a good example is now the subconscious mind. So if you decide to focus your energy on reading productive books, now your life will be influenced that way. So you feel, so it makes it like it, now it trajects your life in a better,
in a positive
exactly, in a positive way. Yeah, I need the positive is the term. So when you decide to focus your energy, your time, and all those things in positive places, when you are capable of doing that, you kind of influence your life in a positive way. When you focus on the negative stuff, the same happens.
Yeah, the cycle continues.
Yeah.
Just flow with the negatives. It's another analogy that comes into my mind. If you're using a highway and then you miss an exit, and then you realize that I was supposed to take that exit, so you might just decide to go and go and go until you don't know where the road ends. Or if you see the next exit, you might take it and come back to where you're going. So it's, as you said, you are the one who decide you either go with the positive
or the negative. Yeah. It's my time.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. If you had the opportunity to get a message across to a large group of people, but you are limited to one sentence, what would your message be?
One sentence, give my message. I'd go back to the mind. I just say you can always achieve what you set your mind into. Goes back to intentionality and being mindful.
Yeah. Okay, that is profound. Mine will be, I've been thinking, I wanted it to be very different because I've been reading, like, I wanted it to be different, like, but the one that is still coming is love yourself.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. And this loving yourself is like, just have a better relationship with yourself, because the main reason many things are happening out here, it's because people don't have a better relationship with themselves. When you look at things like greed, you might think it's for you, but it's like you are doing, like, the point is like, start doing things for you. Read that book for you, do that exercise for you, go to work for you, love people for you. At the moment we start focusing there, it's different compared to now, when, like, many things we do for other people, we do things for people. It's because we don't love ourselves enough, and that is why things like greed comes in, things like pride, things like selfishness, things like many things, many immorality. But when you have a better relationship with yourself, you'll know even how to love your brother. You know what love, how important it is here. So I'll say love yourself.
Yeah, and I second that. There is this. I believe in, you're the most important person in everything.
In your life.
Because
Okay.
maybe if you are a parent, if you don't take care of your emotional issues, then you reflect them in your children, in your household. So I'd second that, you should take care of yourself.
Love yourself.
Let's go to the next one, man. Name three things you love.
Three things I love. I love people.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Yeah, I really love people.
That's good.
Yeah, I love my mom. I love my mom a lot. And another thing, I love growth. I like growing, and to me, growth is striving to be a better person on a daily basis. Yeah, those are the things I love.
Yeah, that's good.
You?
Yeah, and I think I'd comment on this with every man loves their mother. Yeah, my three things are things that comes into my mind right away is I think I love the feeling of I don't know, you might understand this, like when you read a new book or you get a new idea and you get to realize there's some certain satisfaction that comes with it.
Yeah.
Understanding something else in a new light.
In a new light.
I love that feeling.
I love that feeling too.
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh,
I
man.
don't go into it like listen to someone you listen to, maybe it's a preaching or a message, and then that nourishment, I think you can't put a specific code into it, but that feeling, I love it. Yeah. So it also comes maybe from a good exercise. You do a very good exercise and you feel the lightness that comes with it. Yeah, I love. Yeah, I love my mom. I love my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, so another thing that I love, I appreciate good food.
You appreciate good food. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So food, I love
Food.
good food.
Yeah. Ulipick maswali ngumu. What obstacles and limitations are preventing our generation from reaching our full potential as a collective?
What obstacles? I think at this age, in the age of now, even the I think we'd go back to the living and existing question. Yeah, because I feel like right now we're just going with the flow, like no intentionality in our decisions. We are not really making decisions by ourselves. We're being influenced maybe by peer pressure, social media. So I think that is one of the biggest obstacles that is limiting the generation that you are in. We are not intentional and we are not mindful in whatever you are doing. The decisions that you are making, maybe socially, maybe in our careers. Yeah, yeah. I think that is influencing
a lot of that. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And also, I will say wrong definition of success.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is like now microwave success is real. It's not real, but it's something that it's depicted as real. Like social media is projecting that out, and for that reason, people do have like imefanya to appoint someone a 20-year-old being in a bedsitter bado ana feel like a loser, you know. Like unapata people are really doing good in life, but due to that wrong definition of success, people are very, very ungrateful, and the way the society has been designed, like it's there also to prove to you like you have every reason to be ungrateful. So that for that thing is really, really affecting the potential of many people, because you are in a better place in life, but automatically you are on a survival mode. And at the moment you are stressed or you are on a survival mode, you just start thinking of short-term decisions, short-term goals, and yeah, and for that reason it's just like it affects our decision making, because we are in a good place whereby we can start thinking of long-term goals like reading books, you know. Yeah, but because of this microwave success inafanya tu tunafeel ni kama we are not doing good in life, and we should now start focusing on these immediate things, and that is really, really killing our potential also.
I'd second that too. It's an accurate thing. So the next question is, what is the role of spirituality in personal growth?
In personal growth, first of all, spirituality. What spirituality is to me, it's our connection with our higher being or a greater power or something greater than us. So how important is it to our personal growth? I feel like when you know, like this thing is fully built on faith, believing of the unknown, you know, and even having that already that form of value. I feel like because even personal growth is you're going to the unknown already. So having already this faith something that you believe in, and something greater than you. I feel like it just challenges you to be something better than you are today. You strive to be a better thing. So that is how important I see it. So to others, it could be on religion. To others, it could be, but religion to me is the good example. So when you look at uh, what spirituality in religion comes in, unapata things like the gift and the fruit of the Holy Spirit, things like kindness, joy, faithfulness, gratitude. So having those forms of values, I feel like it really, really plays a bigger role on your personal growth. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Spirituality, as you've said, everyone has a different definition of the word spirituality. And so, but generally, what I believe in is gives us a sense of purpose. Because in most spiritual definitions, there is some kind of when you do this, there's a reward for this. There's if you do this, as you've said, it's about
Believing the
believing
unknown.
in the unknown. Yeah, so which is very important because whatever you believe in, it influences whatever you are doing right now.
Right now.
It influences how you relate with people, how you relate with yourself, how your day to day life. Yeah, which is very important. I think spirituality plays a vital role
In our lives. Thank you. And the last question is, what does it mean to live a good life?
What does it mean to live a good life? That's a very personal question because even the word itself, what is good to me is very different from what is good to you. So I'd say it's a personal decision. You just define what what makes sense to you, what gives you reason, what you. Yeah, I think I settle on your definition of good. Personally, maybe a good life to you is just maybe being financially stable. Maybe good to you is your family. Maybe it depends on however you define the word. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. And also earlier, when you ungeniulize swali, I'll say when I'm pursuing something that I genuinely love, and that something is able to, like, it is also a primary source of income, that it's able to facilitate maybe the way my family live, and also having good kids, a good wife that I genuinely love and who genuinely loves me. And I came to notice, like, if that is what a good life to you, if it goes against that, it means you're going to live a pathetic life.
Yeah.
And the world that we are in, things like those are beyond our control. You getting a good wife, you can't get one, but them also being good to you is, it's it varies.
It's open to definition.
Exactly, exactly. About good kids, you can get kids, that is something beyond your control. So are you going to curse your life forever? So for that reason, to me, a good life is being able to in tune with yourself and be in a state where you're not like emotionally affected with seeing the reality change, like whether bad or good, like you're just good, like you're just okay, like
Being open-minded.
being open-minded and making peace, like when you go through failure, when you go through success, you're just, I know. Yeah, you're just there, like attaining that state of consciousness. That is what a good life to me. Yeah, like you can handle disappointment in a cool way, excitement in a cool way. You are just not affected. Yeah, and that is, monk do that. A monk do that. Yeah, I would say that is my good life.
And you've explained it very well because when you get to that point, you won't let external forces determine however
You
you feel,
exactly,
or however you react, or however you relate to any relationships that you'll be having.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you for that too, Michael.
Yeah.
It really was a good session.
Yeah, it was very eye-opening.
Yeah. And to viewers, if I was to choose someone who is very organized the whole year for the people I've interacted with, Michael is very organized.
Thank you.
Yeah. The name of the is Mish. The name of the
blog.
The blog. Yeah.
The blog is I'm hosting it on Blogspot. So
Blogspot.
With Shimami.
With Shimami.com. Yeah. If you doubt what I've said, just go and Google with Shimami.com.
Yeah, with Shimami.blogspot. Currently, I'm still hosting it on Blogspot. Blogspot. But I'm still working on a personal domain.
Yeah. With Shimami.blogpost.com. Just go and check it out. Yeah. Also, his LinkedIn account.
Yeah, my LinkedIn, my socials. Most of my socials I'm going by the name Michael Wangeci. Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. On TikTok, with Shimami. I also have a bookstore. As I said, we are selling hard copies. If you need any books, African authors, the international authors, you can just interact with us. We deliver countrywide. Yeah.
Countrywide. Yeah.
And I think books are a very good starting point to knowledge and seeing other people's perspectives. Right?
Yeah.
And there's also, by the way, a very different taste in reading a physical book, right? Some of us are into reading the PDFs, soft copies, but relating with the hard copies, it hits differently.
Okay.
In personal opinion.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, guys, tutafute pesa. we normalize. So because me too, I agree. Like with hard copies, ni venye sometimes it's hard to buy on a weekly basis. But I feel like that is a mindset also that I need to work on. Because if you kuna things like I do on like imekuwa basic needs. So if I make that getting those books a basic need, it will. Yeah.
I'm sure if, as you said, you have the experience. Reading, it's very different from reading a soft copy, even in terms of the distractions. Maybe you're reading a soft copies on your computer or your phone, and then there are notifications, you might get distracted. But when you get your hard copy, you just put off all distractions, and then you dig deep into this world of words.
Yeah, so I will share his links for his social media handles and the work on the bio. So kindly, go and check out how organized this person is. I went through your work and I was like, man, like this was something which I was also I've been struggling with. Like I believe I'm not very informed, but the information I have, like I can organize it to a way that it can be able to mobilize resources, any form of resources. But that is what I'm struggling with. So when I saw your work, the way you are really, really organized, like I was able to figure out what you do, but that is, for me, like apart from the videos, it's so hard for you to figure out what I do. So like I saw that
I've interconnected all my brand, like into most of the books, by the way, I'll put out in the blog financial books. So with my career in financial advisory, it is still routed in the readings from the financial books. So so I'll try kind of to
interconnect them.
Thank you.
Very organized. So guys, Michael, thank you for your time.
Thank you too.
It really was. It really was a pleasure. And for our never ending supporting viewers, thank you for your always support. So see you on the next video, and bless. Thank you.